After Hurricane Maria, the Puerto Rican State Elections Commission turned multiple satellite offices into oases, where citizens could receive aid, contact their family members, and work with the government agencies to receive assistance. While this might not be the norm for election offices when a disaster strikes, it exemplifies the common values every election official should embody: resourcefulness, resiliency, dedication, ingenuity, and preparedness. How did these centers operate, and what was the process for getting them up and running?
After the Hurricane Maria attacked Puerto Rico, and we have a disaster in the whole island, that includes 78 municipalities and 2 island municipalities that we have, Vieques and Culebra, of all the people suffer, including our employee. But as part of the plan to manage the disaster in Puerto Rico, all the agency, all the employees in Puerto Rico should help to recover the island. So one beautiful and excellent example is our staff, our employee in the different office that we have, the satellites, okay? We call them in different manner. They activate, they say, yes, we can do that, we can help, because the different, remember that we have office in the different municipality in the island. So they use that office as oases, as you mentioned. We also use them as center for the collection of donation, for example, clothes, food, water, and then we receive that in different districts and also the capital of Puerto Rico in San Juan. And with that, we organize that food, clothes, water, everything, and we send that to different municipality and community, and the family, of course, that are victims of the Hurricane Maria. Also, it's important to know that we provide in certain area satellites phone, and that way they can connect, they can use it to call their family that live in the different place in the mainland to let them know that they are alive. And there is a difficult situation, but they are working together, family help together in the community, and with our office also they can ask for the what we call the voter card. With that, you can imagine that they don't have the office for passport, for example, or the driver license. But with the card of the election, the voter card that we use for the election, with that, they can move, including when the airport in Puerto Rico open, and then start, having the different flight to the different city in the mainland. They can use that to move from Puerto Rico to the other places in the mainland. So it's very important, the value of our people, our employee, the way that they work was very hard, including family and employee that personally, they suffer, they lose their houses, but they decide to work to help the people. So for me, it's important, the value of our staff, our employee. We help the State Election Commission to create a shelter for our hero. Our hero is the emergency professional, the personnel that work in the emergency. I'm talking about police, firefighter, our soldier, and other people that voluntarily work. And when you see that the whole island suffer, you can imagine what happens if you have a police that live in the center of the island and they have to work in San Juan, for example. So we create the shelter and we provide them with a small bed, the breakfast, lunch, the dinner, and area for relax, for rest, to recover also themselves, because they suffer and their family also suffer. But in that way, that help with the State Election Commission initiative, we help those people to keep on, to still working very hard every day, no matter the time, the hour, because here they have like an oasis for them.